It's 5:30. It's November the 11th. I was just feeling tired, so I just came to sit down. This is where I slept last night. It's just a small, tiny vestibule in a building entrance, but it allowed me to keep out of the rain, and so I was able to get, as reasonable a sleep as I could. It is concrete again, which isn't my favorite, but I was relatively undisturbed by anyone last night. But I was just feeling tired and I needed to rest, so I came here to rest right now. It's a really hard. My life right now is sad in many ways. I have no one. I have no friends. I have no family. I have no social contact ever at all during the day with anyone. So that's hard, and that's the Illuminati right there. And I don't have any clothing or anything. I have no possessions. Everything's gone. So I've just been reduced to absolutely nothing now. It's just a question of, can I get enough to eat during the day to survive, and can I get some water, and that's it. Otherwise, I'm just scraping by, struggling to survive. There's nothing here. There's nothing left in my life. Everything has been taken away, and I am now left with sitting on the street pavement, which is exactly what they want. But when you drug someone and you kidnap them, you take away all their self-control, and so physically they can do whatever they want, and that's exactly what they're doing. It's sad. It's hell, because every minute I wonder, well, what's going to happen this minute? And because there's no house of your own, there's no place to go, there's no resting spot, you never have any rest. So you're constantly tired and constantly on guard, and it's about as much discomfort that you could cause in a human as possible, because they have nothing. You've taken everything from them. Just remember last Sunday, $40 or $50 was stolen from my wallet. So, I don't know. I try not to really think about it, because if I think I could really go crazy, I try to think of small things, like if I can at least get a glass of water or a cigarette, then at least I can get through a couple more minutes. Other than that, it's pretty tough. That's why I guess Starbucks is so relaxing for me, because at least it's familiar and it's got wood. I like wood. It's got a masculine theme to it, which fits me very well. And I can get some rest there sometimes. Other than that, I've had everything taken away from me physically, every single thing. There's nothing left. It's very hateful, and it's bizarre to me that a human would stoop so low to do this to another human, and it's bizarre to me that billionaires would be so full of hate for a human that they would make them sleep on the street and survive on the street, and they would just drive them there and leave them there. That is a level of hate and cruelty that is unfathomable to me. I could never do that to another human, but these folks can, and they have no problem with it. So I don't know. I need this to end soon, because I'm being pushed to the point where I physically am barely able to survive any longer, and I've got limitations to that. Being kidnapped again this week. I was, like, several days I was led around with maps that were incorrect or were mislabeled or purposely showing the opposite direction, so I was abused that way. I was kidnapped, and that is something that I can't get over. The fact that somebody tried to hold me onto an island against my will, for no reason other than to torture me or possibly kill me. We have to be realistic here that keeping me on Vancouver Island had no benevolence to it whatsoever. And it wasn't to torture because they do that everywhere I go. So I think there was probably some plan in place to murder me on Vancouver Island. So that is very disturbing. And that makes me wonder why I haven't been rescued yet. Frankly, we're at that point where I'm desperate and I keep sinking further physically down because I'm being starved to death and living on the street, and I need immediate help, and I keep wondering why it's not here.